White House National Economic Council Director Kevin Hasset joins me now. All right, Kevin, at the end of the day...
It's great to be back, Stu.
Oh, it's great to see you again. You've always got a great smile, and that's a fact. At the end of the day...
The rest of the night.
At the end of the day, are we going to get the cuts in spending that DOGE has promised? It may be a way off, but at the end of that day, are we going to get it?
You know, the president is 100% serious about deficit reduction. It's one reason why Elon is on the team. And we've been overwhelmed with the positive response of Elon's efforts. Elon is the hardest working guy I've ever seen. His office is actually over there right next to mine or close to mine. And it's impossible to be there however late you are without Elon working there when he's in town. And I got to say, he's finding things that need to be fixed. And he's fixing them at light speed. And there's going to be so much savings because of what DOGE is doing that you should be really, really excited about it. Because we need to stop doing really stupid things so that when we spend our money on the good things, the things that really matter, that we've got more of that. And that's why Elon is doing what he's doing.
I want to get to the all-important extension of Trump's tax cuts. Republican infighting, we are told, is threatening the extension of the tax cuts. Will Mr. Trump be able to get everybody in line?
You know, President Trump and the very, very top people of the White House, including the vice president, met with House leaders yesterday. And some of those meetings lasted hours and hours so that everybody could be heard, everybody could say their piece, and then they could work together with help from the president and the vice president to get a deal. And there really was an enormous amount of progress. And it's one of the things that Stu, I guess you and I have been here a long time, not me in the White House a long time, but we've been around a long time. And one of the things that we know, I'm not speaking as White House guy now, just as a guy who's lived in Washington for 40 years, that every time there's a bill about anything, there are always people who want to say this, that, the other, no, I'm not going to vote for it unless I get my thing. And that's just normal politics. And so calling normal politics like some disastrous infighting, I think is just inaccurate. What's going on is the president went there and he showed clear leadership. He identified what he wants to do, and the people in the House were convinced by his arguments, and the vice president's. And so I thought there was an enormously positive gain yesterday in that space, and I'm very, very confident that what we want to happen in the tax space and in immigration space is going to happen and ultimately become law this year.
Let's talk tariffs. You've said that this is not a trade war, it's a war on fentanyl. Wouldn't it be relatively easy for China to backtrack on fentanyl just a little to prevent the tariffs and get some kind of compromise going? It'd be relatively easy for China to do that, wouldn't it?
You know, we'll see. The fact is the president took amazing action to let everybody know in Canada and Mexico and China that is 100% unacceptable to Americans, that 90,000 people died of fentanyl while our neighbors and China were either helping or looking the other way. And that was completely unacceptable, and he used his tariffs to get them to the table and achieved a heck of a lot. And it's not that he achieved it for himself, he achieved it for the American people. There will be many, many fewer deaths because of the actions that President Trump was able to negotiate with our partners. Whether China helps is, it's a thing that we'll have to keep watching. But if they don't, then they're going to have a 10% tariff, which will raise, way more than $500 billion over 10 years if it stays on forever.
Kevin Hasset, always a pleasure. Great to see you on the show again. We'll see you again
Good to see
soon.
you too.
Yes, sir. Thank you.